Here we go. It is Friday, October 10th. Unbelievable in the market, down 878. The Dow Jones. I just called this yesterday. I just did a video 18 minutes on if we crash. This is absolutely unbelievable. Let me show you right here. There's my YouTube channel. What does that say? 18 hours ago, when the SPY crashes, here are some levels. I didn't think it was going to happen tomorrow. I think maybe something could have started, a little move down. I thought maybe October. I kept thinking October. Then if it doesn't happen, usually get after Thanksgiving rally, Christmas. So I didn't think this year something big could happen. I was thinking early next year, January, February, March, possibly. We'll see. This is only one day too, but yeah, even listening to people on TV, they say this could be more than one day. So a big move down, called it. And let's take a look at where we're at now at this point. So the SPY, I added 7% here. I have all 7%, 10, 15, 20, 25% levels. So 7% will be 625. We go to 10%. I believe that's around the 600 level, 15 around the 580 level. It's around that. It's not the exact mark. 20% around 540 and 25 will be 500 if this unravels. So that is absolutely incredible. Look at that candle. Now you had a cross line here, August, September. It's actually thrilled if you put it right now. And you pull back up to 652. Now, what would be the next level here? You're talking 640, that wick right here, which would be the low 634, and then 630, and then you have right here in August, so it'll be 619. That would put it around 7%, 8%. You'd have to go to around 600 to be 10%. Now, if you look at it, look how far we come from April. That's nothing. That you think the drop, look how big this move was. It's absolutely incredible. So 10% is nothing. Even 15 would be nothing. If you get to 20, it's retracing a big move down, but it still wouldn't matter because the market is going up, up, and away. So the weekly chart here, my computer comes back here, my screen. So look at this is a rising wedge. People all over X. A lot of people don't know what they're talking about. A lot of young kids. Yeah, they don't know anything. They're just flashing stuff. They don't understand the market. They're silly. They probably lose all their money. They don't understand technical analysis. So, this comes down. You have a crossover now, 95, 78, 95. So you've crossed over. Now, if you get below 80, the hot zone, 8100, we'll see what happens there. Monthly chart, you do a crossover too. You see that very closely. Red's over white now. 96.53 to 95.16. And we'll see if this means something more is going to happen here. 4 hour, you're going straight down. You're at 1331. 2 hour, you have almost crossed over. You have a matching green candle how we end it. So about 646. 1 hour, you have a crossover. Two candles coming up. 30. And let's go back to the 5 minute. So Trump came out with the tariffs, has caught everyone off guard here. At first, no one knew why the market was going down. I was watching CNBC. And then they had this woman on before. She didn't even know. She said, well, the government shut down, people taking profit. So she didn't know at that point. And she got caught too. 670, 665, 660. Draw your line right here. And you can see we crossed out now, 652. We'll see if that bounce means anything and we come back. So that is a big bearish candle, though. To me, this is more than just one day. These candles don't even match. They're little selling pressure candles. You went down, but nothing as big as that. So let's look at FinViz here. All right, so 878. This bigger here. All right, so minus 878, big fall. Everything got crushed, 1.9%. NASDAQ minus 820, 3.5%. S&P minus 182, 2.71%. Russell 7.34, 3%. Now, a lot of people don't know when the market goes down pretty hard, they're going to escape the Russell fast. That's small caps, smaller companies. They have a lot more debt. You want to get out of them fast. Then usually it's the NASDAQ, high flyers. S&P will be third, and then Dow last because that's your safe haven, like Campbell's Soup, stuff with high dividends. So That's what we look to escape last. All right, so what's the latest news here? We got a lot of news flying here. All right, live Trump tariff live updates. Trump says U.S. will impose additional 100% tariff on Chinese goods in November as trade war escalates. This guy used to be on CNBC. He's on Yahoo now. All right, so to impose additional 100% tariff starting November 1st. Move prompted by China taking an extraordinarily aggressive position on trade. What else do we have here? Trump had threatened a massive increase in duties. Chinese goods suggested that he would scrap it. Planned meeting later in the month with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. All right, so that was that news. Was there something else too? 12. Morgan Stanley's opening cryptocurrency investments to all clients. Wall Street sell-off raises worries, market downturn. Now, there's a lot of factors too. This is what I mean. Charts don't lie. I'm trying to explain this to people. Even people on CNBC, they're like, oh, this one lady comes on, she doesn't understand anything. She's, I guess, financial advisors. She don't understand charts. When the market keeps going up and away, and you have a wedge like this, a rising wedge, you're gonna fall eventually. Now, it depends how much, but technicals never lie. If you look back at all the charts I've done, check out on my YouTube, Carvana, I've done some on Soxel. They don't lie, the moves. Wedges, falling wedges, rising wedges, and yeah, they tell you what's going to happen. Now, I thought maybe a black swan event, maybe quantum, all this right now that is getting all hyped up AI. Eventually, there'll be some bad numbers come out or something, but it was tariffs again. It came back. So that's what it was. Let me move this over here. All right, Trump tariffs threat against China trigger market concerns. 100% tariffs. On goods, China, November 1st, S&P, NASDAQ post largest drop since April 10th. AI enthusiasm still seen by some as market's main driver. Yeah, and how good is the market? It's this AI and tech pumping the market. It's not really that great elsewhere. What else do we got here? Market down. Dow's gained 7% year to date. JP Morgan, CEO, BBC interview, heightened risk of significant Wall Street correction within the next 6 months to 2 years. It's not going to be 2 years. There's no way. If this keeps going up and, we have a little correction, 2 years, you could have a massive crash. It'll probably be like 30, 35%. There's got to be some drawdown, at least 10%, maybe even 20. But I don't know if this is it right now, or is this like a small one before a bigger one? Like no one knows for sure what's going to happen. This is definitely a statement issue. Could warrant a pullback, but I don't necessarily see it derailing the AI theme. I mean, the AI theme is all well and good, but how many companies are making money? It's all a lot of BS. NVIDIA, AMD, there's a few, but it's just not buying it. I've seen technicals the last 20 years and all the hype. It's a lot of hype and not much of revenue. All right, so you see that. Let's see futures. Look at that. Minus 1100 right now. And there it is. Draw your line right up here. You're crossing down. So Dow Jones, you have 4,500. You have right here, it'll be 45. Barely see this. 45,219. That's from November. That's a big wall right here on the Dow. If that breaks, then you're looking at much lower, 44,000, probably 43. S&P, look at that. Big wedge up. And on this, you're talking, that's where right now you have a stop here at 6,500, 64. And then right here in August, that 62. I said before, this move to December, January, February, I'd like it to go right to there. That'll be at least 6,100. That looks like good support there. We'll see if we get there. That wouldn't be that far away. NASDAQ. And NASDAQ has support right here at that wick, 24,071 August. And where are we at now? We're at 24,188. And then you have, looks like 23,000. See this right here? And then 22,738. And then you go down to 22,433. So a few levels here. The Russell, the Russell had support maybe up here at 24,760, but it blew by that once it started. Where we're at now. Go back to August. Look at that wick in August. You're talking 23.23 and then 23.38. And if you go lower, it's just step by step. It would be 23, 22 and change. It would be 21.41. So that's what could happen on the Russell. You see a lot of red here. VIX 2205. Do a video on that in a little bit. Look at crude go down. And I said crude was on a downtrend overall, even though it had a good spikes like a coal, 40.35. This makes gold probably go up even more. In the next 6 months, could you get gold 5,000? It's possible if we really go down, gold would go up. All right, so the call was made yesterday's SPY crash. I didn't think it would be today. I thought maybe, see from this candle, like we're getting higher. I thought maybe a move down to 650. You have this trend line right here, and it sort of came back up to there. So you can see 7% around that 620. I like to get a 600. Where's that move to? Where I said right here, yeah. About 613, 608. That puts it to right there. 10% will be below that level. But 10% would be actually good. If it went down here all the way to 10%, that'd be a great drop. Because look at these little moves on the way up. Little drop here. That's probably about 3%. All these are 3. Little small move, maybe 3 to 4 at most. See the yearly. Remember I said the yearly, you're going up. It's one of the highest levels ever. Look, here's the top line. The top line can't keep going up forever. Now, it could keep going and going. Then you'd have a bigger crash. The higher this goes without a correction, you have a bigger crash. Quarterly. Look, it's the top line from 2000 all the way now to where we're at now. So you're at the highest point. And you have this trend line from 2020 COVID, which is going to be key, from the low 22. I said this before, low 25. You have all that open room down here for market to have a good pullback. Monthly chart, you can see here we crossed over. So we'll see what happens with next week's going to be very volatile. Most likely, Trump could come out and say something again by the end of the month. It's off. He might actually want to pull back. He did this in April, pulling the strings. He said, remember he said actually it was a great time to buy, and he was right. Once the market went down that much, it took off. It was one of the biggest runs in history. So it's a matter of what's going to happen here. What are other news? The tariffs. Just a matter of where we're dropping to. So we'll see what happens on this. See that low line, 23, you come all the way down. There is tariffs. Drop there would be huge, 25%. I don't see that on this run right now. Something else would have to happen in the market. You'd have to have AI collapse or something. So we'll watch this. We'll see, what happens if we go to 7 or 10%. That'll be my first line, and then that could be a very good buy. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Gaiman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. Check out my videos on YouTube. I've been calling a lot of great calls. SPY crash yesterday. I didn't think you would make this move today, and probably no one did because Trump said that is more of a luck, but call. But I said it was going to go down within the next 6 months. A big drop. So that was on, and going to pump out some more videos. That's it. Peace.